Breakfast in Rome, they've got whole milk, lactose-free milk, semi-skim milk, almond milk, soya milk, and rice drink right over there. Ah. Hello. Focus is alright? Okay. It is now, let me think, 3 o'clock? 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's on a Thursday or so. Hi, you're watching Greg's Beat Eats, and we're here at Golden Mile Food Centre to try Mr. Baguette. Right over there, if I believe so. Right. They sell very interesting sweet snacks involving baguette dough baked into balls. The centre is dug out and filled with a variety of molten sauces like red velvet or chocolate or hazelnut, that sort of thing. The store set up shop in 2012-2013, and these mini baguette balls were invented by the store's owners, Ken Wee and his wife Irene. Both of them are in their 40s, and they invented them to help their fledgling business. Ken grew up in Sarawak and used to sell bread there. The couple initially set up a bakery, but it went bust. Then they started Mr. Baguette, selling baguettes and garlic bread, but the takings were not that great lah. So they brainstormed and came up with mini baguette balls. It was an instant hit, and now they have over 15, 16 varieties to choose from. At its height, I think they sold something like 500 or 600 a day. It's a cup, it's a taste. Looks good. Now they sell the mini baguette balls as 1, 2 or in a box of 6. So we bought a box of 6 to try. I'm only going to try them because I'm only one person and I can't eat all 6 of them. We also bought their garlic cheese toast, which is apparently quite popular. They used to sell savory baguette balls where they had fillings like bolognese or carbonara, but in subsequent years they have since stopped selling them. Lack of demand, I suppose. Okay, I'll try the one of the baguette balls first, opening it up. And this is what it looks. Oh ho ho! Look at that! Oh my god, that looks freaking amazing. Oh. So what should I try first? I'll try the standard chocolate lava first, okay? That's what it looks like. Oh. Ooh, check that out. Okay, the first thing you immediately think is that why hasn't this craze caught on in Singapore yet? You have this contrast between soft gooey fillings and hot crunchy baguette casings. The fillings have a very balanced sweetness, and there's still chocolate flavour. If you take the fillings on their own, they are perhaps a little on the sweet side, but if you eat it together with the baguette itself, right, it balances out just nicely. The sweetness doesn't overwhelm the chocolate flavour, and the sauce has this like nice medium gooiness to it. It's really good. Okay, putting this aside, this is the red velvet. Okay, you have to actually slurp as you eat because otherwise the filling is just too much. The red velvet, apparently they actually use natural beetroot to actually make this rather than the artificial stuff, so it's less artificial tasting. Very nice though. Again, soft and gooey. It's the same amount of sweetness, which is like you eat it on its own and it's a little bit overly sweet. But you take it with the baguette casing and it's just nice. Okay, the baguette casing itself. The baguette ball tastes like how a crunchy baguette should, but without that chewiness that a good baguette has. I mean, the reason why you're not getting that chewiness is usually due to not letting the yeast fully develop. And or not adding enough fat or oil. But here's the problem. It actually takes a lot of time to actually have the yeast fully develop. The dough needs to rise twice, if I remember correctly, to have it really chewy. And it's just too much time, you know, especially if you're a hawker stall and you're trying to clear 500, 600 balls a day. Then again, you might not actually need the casing to be crunchy and chewy at the same time. Because if you're combining it with like rich molten lava sauces, right, it's alright, you know. Now, they are very famous for this. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's their version of an egg tart. good and it's bad. So if you look at the egginess of the egg itself, right, it's actually tremendously eggy, and it's got a light sweetness and it's slightly rich, and so it's actually very appealing. The problem is, in order to get to this consistency, right, they actually pour the filling inside, but the sauce actually gets into the bread itself and then makes it soggy. So you don't get that crispy baguette crunch to it here. That's the problem. But other than that, it is actually a very nice egg tart sort of inspired dessert. And that's the reason why it is one of the more popular desserts at the store. Right. Next one. This is the cheese lava. They don't actually say what it's comprised of, but I presume it is actually a cheesecake inspired thing with cheese on top. That's what I think lah. Good. Oh god, everything fell out. Oops. It's all falling out as a result. Sweet, cheesy, rich. There's a plain cheese covering on top, which actually makes it quite alluring. It's like a savory sweet sort of effect. It's butter rich perhaps. Again, that's the problem with these snacks. Or rather, it's a good and bad thing. Is that there's actually too much filling. It's great because you get your money's worth, but you have to be very, very, very careful how you eat it. There's one wrong move, and as you saw, you'll be spilling the filling everywhere. On the table, on your hands. So bring a lot of wet wipes and use a plate when you eat this dessert. The tiramisu. I'll try not to spill this time. Oh, so there's actually sponge cake inside. The sponge cake is mixed in with some form of sauce where it is nicely molten and creamy. It's got that tiramisu-like flavour. With a bit of chocolate taste, a bit of a light cheese taste. There is a little bit of coffee flavour, but it could do with a little bit more. That's my personal preference. But anyway, the lack of coffee flavour is actually pretty common in these budget tiramisu snacks. And of course, there's no alcohol taste. This is the hazelnut. Oh, yeah. Hazelnut paste and chocolate. Actually, it tastes like Nutella. It's molten and not too sweet. Tastes like Nutella on toast, but better, like a better version of it. It's really good. Now for the garlic cheese toast. I bought it because apparently it's quite popular. So I thought, okay, I'll try one. Sometimes they actually cut it for you. Sometimes they don't cut it for you. It really depends. It looks as though it would make a really good children's snack. Yeah. It's garlicky, it's got herbs, but you don't actually taste the herbs inside. Not only is it garlicky, it is very, very garlicky. Okay, which is either you like it or you don't. Either you're a garlic person or you're not a garlic person. And there's cheese, so it's like a really good cheesy snack. There's enough of a cheese flavor, there's enough of that savouriness to go with the bread, and there's quite a big garlic punch. This is really good. And the bread is crunchy and crispy. This will make for a great children's snack. Just make sure that they can take garlic in the first place. I also tried the cookies on a separate occasion. They don't have the one which I want right here, but I tried it on a separate occasion and these are my thoughts. They are more or less what you expect out of a butter cookie also. There's enough oil richness, there's enough sugar, it is of a hardier texture, it's crunchy. The one I tried was a dry cranberry cookie, and it's very, very nice actually. It's crunchy, there's enough of a butter flavour, there's enough of a sugar flavour inside. But perhaps the dried cranberries, right, actually pushes it a little bit too sweet. And personally for me, I would actually like a little bit more butteriness in it. But I can be a bit extreme about my cookies okay. So, all finished. Well, I'm finished. There's still a lot left over. There's all this like half-eaten baguette balls, which I cannot finish. It's just too much sweet for me. So yes, that was a look at Mr. Baguette at Golden Mile Food Centre. Very, very unusual, very interesting tasting dessert snack, which I'm actually surprised that you don't actually get anywhere else in Singapore. This is the only store which sells it. I don't know why it hasn't caught on yet. Probably because it spills out, that's why. So it's not very convenient to make. But I like this dessert and I find it actually quite fascinating. The fact that this sort of unique thing actually exists in a hawker centre. Would I travel all the way half across Singapore to eat it? Yes, I would. But only to buy it for special occasions, like maybe a party, you're visiting a friend, you want to buy something special, that sort of thing. So yes, on that note, thanks for watching another episode of Great Speed Eats by Each of the whole of Singapore. If you like this episode, give a like, subscribe and comment below. and I'll see you in the next one for more eating. Bye-bye. The sweet cheese.
So where do you get this from?
Oh, over there.
Mr. Baguette.
Mr. Baguette. Sorry.